So Crystal and I are here today with a very fun video. It is time for Crystal to answer your questions. So we put out a call on Instagram for you guys to submit your questions for Crystal. So we have quite the list. So we're gonna get right into it. But before we get started, just a quick breakdown in case the people don't know.
Oh, yes.
What do you do for Owlcrate?
Well, I was once the main customer support person. So every email that came in, every question you had, if you needed help with your account, that was me. I now have a teammate, which is wonderful. So it's now not all about me. But I also help Corey do book club live shows. Sometimes I help with Owl Babble and just some other behind the scenesy stuff.
Community stuff.
It's gotta get done.
Cool. That is what you do.
That is
I'm going to, so we have two categories of questions. Let's split it up.
Okay.
I have like Owlcrate related stuff.
Okay.
And then just like other stuff.
Other stuff. I'm nervous. I don't know what these questions
Crystal hasn't
are.
seen the questions. But let's just jump into it. So Cloud Carol Books, her first question was, how do you start your workday?
Well, I am one of the very lucky members of Team Owlcrate that most times I work from home. So I will wake up, I will be in my pajamas, I will hit brew on the coffee, and I will open my laptop.
It's sweet.
Yeah. So I just kind of like, sometimes there's more work than others, so I generally start my day by just brewing and getting to it. And
Assessing.
then, yeah, just get it done.
Yeah. Novel Cravings asks, what's the best part of working in customer service?
Just how polite people really can be.
Yeah.
Like, I know we say this all the time. We absolutely love our subscribers. You guys are the best people. And just like little things, like pleases and thank yous go so far in the world. And so, thank you.
Yeah.
Everybody's just really great.
Alright, so Kinsey1723, so this isn't really your job related question, but what is the favorite item that you've ever received in an Owlcrate box?
Oh dear.
So hard to answer.
Yeah, it is so hard because every time I open the box, I'm like, oh, that's great. Oh,
yeah.
But my most used item is currently the drawstring backpack we received in the March box. The
Dark Side box, right?
no, that was April. March was our murder box.
Murder and Mayhem.
Murder and Mayhem. Thank you. So the nice canvas with like the faux leather bottom.
Like
I use it like
something.
every day. And it's pretty sweet.
Cool. Now, Books and Leaders has several questions for you.
Oh, of course he does.
Which is our friend Felix. What's the most common question you get asked?
Outside of getting an email, that's the most common question I get asked. But I think, to be honest, since I started, oddly enough, it's, do you ship to India? And yes, we do.
And yes, we do, if you're curious. What's the best and worst part of your job? So you've kind of answered the best already.
Right. The best is you guys. And the fact that it's a flexible job to work from home. So sometimes I work on weekends because that's when the busy days fall.
Yeah.
So I take a day off during the week. So it's pretty
we
flexible. So that's the best. I'm getting better at the worst part, but it's learning to close my laptop.
I think that was our answer too.
Yeah,
me and Karina.
it's working from home. At least you guys can come down to the office, and when you go, well, maybe not Karina, but when you go home, you could be like, I'm not going to look at my phone. But like when you're just in the kitchen where my desk is, and you just walk past, and when your laptop's open, you're like, oh, is there oh, I could just do that right now. And suddenly it's an hour later, and I probably should have been doing life things. But yeah, that's the hard part is.
Now, how did you get so good at customer service? Is it just from experience, or did you take any training?
Experience?
Because you've worked in different kinds of customer service
my
for a long
first
time.
job as a teenager was in like a garden center as customer service. I worked in a toy store, both in England and here for many years. And just, yeah,
Experience.
just people.
What is the weirdest question you've ever been asked?
Oh. I don't even know.
Sometimes it's hard to think off target.
Yeah, and like
Nothing that bizarre is sticking out.
nothing completely bizarre. But sometimes people just want ideas of what might come. And I guess an embarrassing story, like odd question that I thought was odd at the time was when I first started, somebody asked me if the next box would include Crooked Kingdom. And I was like, messaged Karina and I was like, Karina, what's Crooked Kingdom? I don't know. And now I'm obsessed with it. So,
oh, there you go.
I'm like, what's this?
And now, how do you deal with difficult customers?
With a smile on my face.
Kill them with kindness.
I think the amazing part of being able to work online and from home is that when you get someone that is unhappy and kind of lashing out, you can walk away for a few minutes and like think about it. That's about the time of the day where I'm like, well, I'm gonna have a shower and have some breakfast, and then while I'm thinking, I'll be like, oh, I know exactly how to answer that person's question or concern and make it nice.
It's not like working in a call center where you have to be like
or just in-person retail when somebody comes right up to your face and is very unhappy and you have to deal with it right there, and that's usually when you start shaking and freaking out. So at least with this you can like walk away and compose.
Recoup. Alright, so that was all Books and Libros questions. So there's 2 more Owlcrate related questions, both from Book Dragon for Life, and this is, when did you join the Owlcrate team and did you know anybody on the team beforehand?
I did, and I joined in July of 2016.
Yeah, so
the August 2016 YA High box.
Oh, YA High.
Fast Times at YA High was my first box as a employee. So that was great. But I knew Karina and Robert from, we worked at neighboring toy stores. And at the time, kind of earlier that spring, I was looking for a second job because Vancouver.
Retail.
Prices, like more like life. I needed a second job. So I said if they ever needed any help to let me know. And she posted on Facebook and I jumped on it. And it started off as part-time and now here I am working full-time. Mostly in my pajamas.
And Book Dragon for Life also asked, what is the most inspiring part of your job?
Oh, that's a tough question.
Just like,
now I'm on the spot.
Inspiring, like, for like maybe when it comes to reading or...
Yeah, there's a lot of recommendations that fly around when we do like YouTube videos and stuff like that. And also like, I'm just inspired to how can I help this person? Like, how can I make this happen? You know, like, I really need this, but I can't do this, and this can't happen. And I'm like, how can I make, I love problem solving. I'm such a nerd. But yeah, I want to figure it out, and that's kind of the best part.
Nice. Alright, so now all the other questions left are all kind of bookish from in various ways. Rhea Luna asked, what is a good way to get over a bad book slump or a reading slump?
Oh, a YA contemporary romance.
That is definitely your go-to.
Yeah, it's happened recently. I was in a like, I don't know what to read next. Everything was really thick and really heavy, and I audiobooked like 4 Casey West books in a row, and I was just like, ooh, what's next?
That's good. That's a good way. Now a few questions from Novel Cravings. Do you have any pets?
I do. I have a fluffy tuxedo cat, very similar to Corey's. His name is Alfred. He's the worst butler and does not know how to make tea.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
If you could live in any fictional world, which would it be?
I love this question because everybody always has such random answers, but mine's the Shire from Lord of the Rings.
Legit.
Fat ponies, multiple meals, grass,
peace,
pond, chillness.
Sounds good to me too. And an author you'd really like to meet.
Oh, we've gotten the chance to meet so many working here. I don't know, like I guess I would like to meet an author in a capacity where it's more than just getting your book signed and then being like strung out from travel. Like I met Jasper Ford recently and I wish I had a chance to have a conversation, but it was really late at night and he was just over.
Fair enough.
But who haven't I met that? I would like to re-meet Casey West. I met her at BookCon for a second. You guys grabbed me from having lunch because you didn't want me to miss her, and I was basically, oh my god, hi, I love you, bye. That's what happened.
I feel like I say the same thing. Like I always when I'm like, I would like to meet again.
Yes.
Okay. Author Helen Powers has a couple questions. Your favorite and least favorite Owlcrate book. And Karina won't be offended. I had to answer this question too.
Okay, so Oh God. Everybody knows last year, my favorite was Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young and Grace and Fury by Tracy Banghart. I'm still obsessed with those books and I love them. Least favorite. Oh, everybody's gonna hate me. I didn't really like Heartless. I loved the first half of it, and maybe I was just reading it at the wrong time, or maybe I just like lost a bit of interest, but like I really enjoyed the second half. I mean the first half, but the second half just kind of lost me and it was a bit of a struggle. But
that's it.
You know, book life.
You can have that opinion. What made you get into comics?
My boyfriend, actually.
Your current boyfriend?
Yeah.
I guess you would have said ex-boyfriend.
I wouldn't have brought him up at all. No. We were living in the UK and we went to a comic book shop a lot, and he thought I would really like The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. So that first was my first like real graphic novel, and then I got into Fables, which is great, and just that exploded. And I've always been a fan of Batman, so as soon as I could start reading those, I dug right to the bottom.
On that note, Frantic Vampire is asking, who is your absolute favorite Robin?
Tim Drake. I have a fictional teenage crush on that man. He's the best.
Oh, and we can go off of that as well. Good segues. Palm Katie Books is asking, who was your first book crush?
Oh.
If you can remember one from when you were younger.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I guess I really just started reading like... I read like children's books about animals and then started reading adult mystery novels, so I kind of missed the middle. But...
we're looking more recent.
I think like Levi from Fangirl is someone I always go back to, and every time I read that book, which is probably once a year, I'm just like, I love him.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Palm Katie Book is also asking, what is your favorite underhyped book? What book do you wish more people would read? I feel like you often bring up like that book that the Fables guy wrote.
Oh, Peter and Max.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is... I wonder if more people in the comic world know about it, but Peter and Max is really good. It's really dark. And every time we go to the bookstore shopping, I always pick up these random books, and Karina's like, you always pick up a book I've actually never heard of. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you read Don't Cosplay With My Heart?
I did, and it was good.
And I had never really heard of it, but I found it at the library for 25 cents, so I bought it, so I will read it for you.
Nice. It'll be done in a day.
Yeah, for sure. Next is Anna's Imaginary World. If you could be a character in a book, who would you be?
Oh.
From a book, so like a real character. Take over their life. Tricky.
Maybe Bilbo Baggins. Go on a little adventure. Maybe without all the danger.
Less danger, but Bilbo.
Yeah.
Right.
It'd be fun. Yeah.
Sounds good. Book Dragon for Life is asking, what is your favorite genre to read and why?
Mystery, detective, fiction, crime. Anything where someone dies. I've just always, right from the get-go, I've always been interested in anything mystery. Scooby-Doo is like my favorite movie cartoon as a kid. And I just like trying to figure out who done it. And some of them are really good, and you're like, I have no idea what's happening. And other ones, you just like knowing.
Yeah.
So they're both good.
My This Mayhem is asking, what is your favorite thing to do besides reading?
Netflix. No.
I watch movies. You're a big movie buff.
Watch movies. I went to film school, so I kind of can appreciate sitting down and watching a movie or rewatching it. And even a bad movie, I tend to find something good about it. But, yeah, I'm a movie fan.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now this is a little bit of background. You used to be a Jamberry consultant person?
Yes.
But Kayla Dry is asking, how do you coordinate your nails and your books? And Jamberry is nail wraps. So like
I'm
nail
wearing
art.
some right now.
If you guys didn't know.
I think I've just always been a big fan of color coordination.
Right.
So I kind of see... I'm either inspired by a book and I try and find nails that would be good. And I'm not artistic at all, so the ones that I can stick on, I can't take a paintbrush like some extraordinary people out there.
But they still look really good.
But yes, I try to choose ones that just bring out elements of a book cover, or sometimes I'll see, yeah, I'll either be inspired by the book cover, or I'll see some Jamberry wraps and be like, I want to find something in something else to like bring these together.
And we'll leave a link to her Instagram, which is Novel Nails.
Novel Nails.
Down below, so if you haven't seen her bookish manis yet, go check them out. So this is the last question, and it's also from Books and Libros. And it's a very hard question. And good luck, but who is the best character ever?
Oh. I feel like you're the worst.
Really gotta put you on the spot.
Ever. You have to put in the ever.
You can never change your mind either. Batman?
I was gonna go for something a little more classic. I was gonna say the Count of Monte Cristo.
Alright.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's good, slightly vindictive, very smart, and they all had it coming.
They all had it coming. Sounds good. Alright, so that was all of the questions that you guys wrote in for Crystal. If you have any other questions for Crystal,
yeah,
leave them in the comments down below and we can take a peruse over those. You can answer them if you want.
But yeah, that was me.
That's you. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up for Crystal. And subscribe for more videos every week. Happy reading and thanks for being awesome.
Bye.